Hi all, Hipper here, and we're back to World of Warships now. And this battle here today is a battle in Atago. And of course, I'm pretty sure you all know that I love this ship. And it's not the best ship in the game, but it's the ship I enjoy playing the most. That's probably a good way of putting it. Now, Atago is a perfect flanking ship. And if you were in Prince Eugen, you would go this way where my torpedoes are pointing now, and hide behind the island here in the front. Or not really hide, but use it to get into a good position. Pretty much the same thing goes for Wichita. But in Atago, we take a slightly longer way, like we go around this island here, so we can use this ship the way it's meant to be used, which is like keep distance and keep a lot of open water around you. Because Atago doesn't work as well as Eugen or Wichita in close quarters, because you need to wiggle yourself around to to stay alive, basically. And you can't do that if you are too enclosed and there are too many islands around, and it's just you should keep to open water, or at least semi-open water like I am now, and then head in and pretty much fire your torps, hope you hit someone, and if it's too hot, then you head out again until it cools down, and rinse and repeat, pretty much. Now in this example here, I have a lot of my teammates behind me, but I don't know any of them, and I'm scared I have a bit of a potato team. So that's why I am trying to tank as many shells as I possibly can. Because the more shells that are shot at me, the less shells are shot at my teammates. And when you play solo, that means that your team are less likely to turn around or panic and show broadside or anything like that. So that's pretty much my justification for putting myself in harm's way. See, the Bismarck goes for me, which is exactly what I want. Like, I didn't even take a hit there. And like I said, it means that my team goes free, and they will hopefully keep backing me up. Had I just gone straight for the island and started hiding, or like leaving the spotting up to my team, which I don't think they would be very good at, I'm not sure it would happen in this game, but it could happen that, like I said before, they turn around or they decide to move to the other flank, or who knows what they're going to do. But a good advice is to tank as many shells as you can in the beginning, like the first 5 minutes of the game, to allow I don't know if they are potatoes, but to allow your teammates to get a bit of a foothold and not feel like they're getting pummeled right off the bat. And I don't have any proof that this works, but to me it seems to be very, very useful. And sometimes I even fire my guns going into the cap, so I'm absolutely sure I get targeted. I only do that in battles with very few battleships, though, because you need to be a little bit careful. So this Baltimore here is what I really worry about, because he initially went out to the left flank, but it seems like he's changing his mind now, and if he gets to dig in behind one of these islands here, he's going to be a problem, because you can see nobody on my team is actually pushing at all. So what I'm doing now is, well, first of all, I'm trying to torp this blad here, but other than that, I'm trying to turn around and just put the island between myself and this blad, so I can have a little bit of privacy here. And then I want to chase that Baltimore there, because he's going to be a problem unless someone flanks him, and that's exactly what I intend to do. So you can see my team in this game here, they're not bad. Actually, they're not pushing at all, obviously, but also they're not dying. So I mean, that's a good thing. So just be happy with the things that you can get. You're never going to get the perfect team, but in this case, they are at least playing this game carefully, which is nice. Perhaps a little bit too carefully because this cap is unguarded. There's no one there, so move. Anyway, like I said, I'm not going to wait for them anymore. I am going to head in now, and I'm going to do my best to flank this Baltimore here, because he is, as you can see, sitting behind the island over there, just as I feared, and he's going to be a bit of a nuisance unless we can actually get him out of the picture relatively quickly, because I want my team to move, and it looks like nothing is going to happen until this whole flank is either cleaned out or they feel safe enough to move out. And I mean, yeah, that is like super frustrating, but at least I'm in the perfect ship for the task, because there is no ship more versatile than Atago to deal with these problems here. And that's probably why it is my favorite ship, together with Tashkent. Because as a solo player, it's not so much about sinking ships or winning battles. Well, it is about winning battles, but there's not that much you can do about it. Like, it's also about making sure your team doesn't get overwhelmed or scared or they panic or anything like that. And a lot of players forget about that. They just play as if they have like 9 division mates, and every single one of them knows exactly what's going on and what the best play is. And that never happens. Like, as a solo player, you need to do everything you can to place the ball right at your team's foot, and all they have to do is kick it, and that's it. And Atago is the perfect ship for that. And I've said that before, and now I'll say it again. So now I've finally gotten around to flank this Baltimore here, and he didn't expect that, which is nice. I love taking out Baltimores because I hate them. So if you look at the minimap now, you can see that my team has a bit of a lemming train going on over here. So the best way to mitigate that is to push, like I'm doing now, along the middle of the map. Don't go any further towards the opposite side of the map, because they're just gonna follow you, and yeah, it's not gonna end up well. So I am going to continue down the middle of the map here, and it was just in time, because now the others are pushing with me, finally, and that is needed, because we only have this cap now here, and we are up 1 ship, but the other team has been digging in for the whole time, so they are better positioned. So it's going to be a bit of a struggle, I think. So, because we disposed of this Baltimore here on the flank, then the enemy team have just been blown wide open, and this Mogami here is in serious trouble, because he is surrounded now and he has nowhere to run. So it's just a matter of time until someone citadels him and he's out of the game, and then there's no one defending B, and someone, probably me, if no one else on my team does it, will start to cap that capture point. So he's trying to stay there behind the island, because he knows if he ventures out, he's a dead cruiser. But of course, there's only so long he can wait until I'm coming around the corner. So you'll have to choose if he wants to get citadeled by me, or if he wants to show broadside to all my battleships out there on the other side. Not an enviable choice, but I've been in that situation myself. And there he goes, he's getting absolutely pummeled now. So this is like pretty much a very classic flanking maneuver. Like, kill off the ships at the flank you start at. Obviously, if you start at one of the flanks on the side of the map, and then when you get just across the middle of the map, you push in towards the middle of the map. Of course, this is general terms. Like, completely depends on what your team is doing and how many ships left and everything. But in general, that's how it works. So we have a red Belfast here, protecting A, or whatever it is he's doing. And the best way to deal with Belfasts is to fire torps at them, and then they'll usually move into some kind of position that's as unfavorable for them, which means that you'll be able to take them out. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I fire one set of torps from one angle and a different set of torps from the angle over here, and I'm just waiting for him to smoke up. And then as soon as I'm unspotted, because he's smoking himself up so he can't see anything anymore, I will turn in. And my torps are going to push him out somewhere. And I'm sticking with HE here because the AP on Atago should be avoided unless you have a cruiser perfectly broadside. And I doubt this guy is going to be absolutely broadside on. So I'm playing it safe. I'm going for HE, and that's a conscious choice. It's not because I'm forgetting it or anything like that. So there he is. He's reversing out, and he's out of his smoke. And he hasn't seen me yet, but I have seen him. So when this guy is down, then Cap A is ready to be taken, and my teammates have finally managed to get into B. It only took them, well, 13 minutes. But it's okay. We're winning this battle, and I shouldn't be complaining too much. So away with him. And there's just a random destroyer left somewhere. We don't really care about him unless he actually comes and goes on the offensive, but I doubt that. So all we gotta do now is head in and cap, and this battle here is won. So what I'm trying to point out here with Atago is that it sort of functions like your team's butler in some ways. Like you cook them dinner, you like make their bed, you put out their nice clothes for the next day to make sure that everything is as smooth as possible, because in that way they might actually be useful. And that's pretty much it. I mean, like I said before, use Atago like a curling ship, like just as one of those brooms that you like keep moving back and forth in front of the actual curling puck, and that's what it is. And it works well. It does this job better than any other ship in the game, I think, because it's just so versatile and it's so fast. And that's really important because, like you can see, I started at C, and I'm pretty much gone all the way around the map, and I'm back at the spawn at A. Of course, I've been doing stuff along the way, but I mean, in Atago you get around the map, and you should, because you have a lot of things to do. Now, this curling job here also means that you should keep your 10-kilometer torps on Atago. Do not choose the 8-kilometer torps, at least if you play the ship like I do. Because that loss of 2 kilometers is going to hurt you in your versatile role here. Yeah, the 8-kilometer torps, which are faster, are very nice if you're going to torp battleships and you're close to them, but I mean that doesn't happen a lot anymore. People have smarted up, and nobody really takes an Atago on in a battleship anymore. So I would definitely stick with the 10-kilometer torps, because it just makes you so much more like efficient and able to deal with any situation. So that's the last of the destroyer there, and that is a flanking Atago battle for you. And as you can see, we did a lot in this game here, and we got away with pretty good XP. So that's what it's all about. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and any questions or comments, let me know, and I'll see you out there.